Manchester United 2, Barcelona 1. We are through to the last 16 of the Europa League. I am joined by Jim from the Slow Readers Club. How are you, mate?
Mate, I'm absolutely buzzing.
That was...
Just nervous, literally full on fucking nervous for all that game. It's worth it in the end, but not at the time.
No, it was worth it. If you haven't been watching us on the watch along, we were a bit quiet for a time because it was... Especially in that first half, it was nervy. But then when we got 2-1 up, Barcelona started getting into the game. Yeah. But let's go back to that first half a little bit. Let's start with there. Make sure you are getting your questions into the comments. We'll get through to a few of those. But going back to that first half, it was a bit of a nervy first half, and Barcelona definitely got the better of us, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it just, like we said during the watch along, it doesn't help when you give a needless penalty away.
No.
Like, if they're attacking or they're battering you and you have to bring someone down, that's different. But when he's facing away from goal and it's a bit of a soft one, it just deflates the full team.
Yep.
And everyone looks at it and they think like us, we didn't need to do that.
Yep.
And then you're just battling that to come back. But, first half was, like, I think the last 5 minutes we said we just need half time now.
Yep. Because
there was that chance where Casemiro did the 2 blocks. But to get him 1-0 down, you knew we still had a chance.
Yeah, we did. Got through the second half. Changes got made. Weghorst came off, which, again, I think a few people were asking for Sancho to come off. People weren't very impressed with Fred. Antony comes on, and again, wasn't involved in that first goal, but the team seemed to lift, and I think everything got right. Fell to Fred, and what a finish that was.
Yeah. On his bad foot as well, apparently.
His bad foot. I saw it in the comments. There was the best shin goal since Rooney against City. But
to be fair, though, you can have a shin goal if your first touch is like how his first touch was.
Yeah. Then
you'll give him the shin goal because I think Fernandes who blasted it through at him, didn't he? Touched it with his left right into the path of his right foot, and they can go in off your fucking ass. If you got first touch like that, it doesn't matter.
It was absolutely quality. We have a super chat here. This is Tim Sim. Thank you very much for the super chat. Seriously, can City match this intensity at Old Trafford? Intense atmosphere at Old Trafford tonight when they face Leipzig again at their place in the Champions League. Come on, Ten Hag United. Absolutely brilliant. The atmosphere did look great tonight. A bit gutted I wasn't there. But at the same time, quality performance. And the man that changed the game, or at least the substitution that changed the game, was the man that got the second goal, Antony. I think he had a lot of stick this year.
Yeah.
Mainly due to the price tag, which I think is a bit harsh, but a lot of stick. Changed the game, and what a finish it was for that second goal.
Yeah, he loves them coming in off the right, left foot in the far corner finishes, doesn't he? And it's textbook for him. I've seen him. He's done that. He's done that previously. He's done that before he joined United, and he's already scored a couple like that for us. But I suppose if it was falling to anyone there, you'd want it to fall to him coming in off that right hand side just to bend it in the bottom. But he took it well. It was like half volley type thing. It was in the air on his side foot. It's not an easy one to do, but. Yeah, the main thing is it went in and it's got us through. Yeah,
and it was a nervy end. We've got a couple of super chats in and a few messages. Jason has put a super chat in. Thank you very much. When Fred is good, he's almost world class. You calm down a little bit on that one. Constantly nipping at heels. Big performance for Antony going forward. And can't wait for Sunday. I guess that's the other thing. Again, we were kind of debating on the watch long. Is this a big game for, which one would you rather lose if you could? And I don't want that to be the case. But I think that the momentum going into Sunday now, I think
big.
The team's flying, absolutely flying ahead of Sunday. Let's have a look at a few more of your mentions. Can get a new Shaw chant, Luke Shaw. I'm not singing on this watch along. Zachary Purvis has put in, these are the moments we are fans of for. What a night, what a game. Just think what he'll do with his own team in 3 years. Wow. Try not to think too far ahead. But then we've also got Patrick Cassidy, who's a member for 26 months. Ten Hag is a genius. Them substitutions definitely changed the game. Up the Paddock and up the Slow Readers Club. Make sure, we'll give you a bit of a plug in the set, but make sure you click in the link in the description to check out their guys' new stuff. Loads of chats coming in. Nick has said, hey from Chicago. Amazing mentality from the squad today. Overcome and finish the job. Remember when Paddy Power paid out Ten Hag to be sacked?
Did they?
Yep, paid out after the
first two games. Yeah, well, amazing. More fool then.
Absolutely. Matthias has also said, mint performance over 2 games. The work and magic Ten Hag has performed is nothing short of amazing. Fred class today, which is complete comparison to what people were saying at half time, up the Paddock. And another super chat. We'll have a bit of a break. We'll have a bit of a chat after this one. Can we please give Fred some praise for the work he's been putting in this season? He's not a star, but he's an important part of the team. Suppose that leads on to Fred a little bit more. People in the first half were slating him. I think he's had a few dodgy games, let's say. I think when he's off, he's off. But I think in certain big games, when he has to put that energy in, there's not many that can do that and kind of raise the game the way Fred does.
He's picked him, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he must have seen something in him. So the manager's picked him, because we were saying beforehand, we thought Sabitzer might play. But he's picked Fred and he's stayed on the pitch for the full 90 minutes. So he's obviously seen something in him. But yeah, it can be frustrating at times, but then other times he can put in really good performances. I wouldn't say tonight was his best performance he's ever done for United, but he's popped up with the most important goal was the equaliser, getting us back in the game, definitely. And then that just brought the momentum then for us to go and get a second. But he took his goal really well. Some really good bits of play for him, some bit suspect ones. So, but I think most of the team, no one stood out, did they? You know, I thought Casemiro was, if you had to pick a best player on the night, maybe him or Martinez. But
Varane
again,
off the line as well.
Yeah, Varane played well. But that's the thing. Sometimes players just go under the radar because Varane's not made any mistakes.
Yep.
He's clear one off the line. But yeah, I don't think anyone had a brilliant game. But it was your classic nervy big game.
Yep.
You know, and everyone sort of worried, especially when you give a penalty away early doors.
Absolutely. But United stepped up there. I think we were talking as well the comparison to 12 months ago. First knockout game, coming into Old Trafford being level with a Spanish team, going a goal down. The difference in what we did today, where subs came on and changed the game. Yeah. We looked like we wanted to win the game. Whereas in that second half against Atletico last year, the team was gone. And I think that can only just show what the team has done, what Erik ten Hag has done, and the absolute change that has been at Old Trafford.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. We've got a few more super chats. Thank you for everyone getting involved. Follow my logic. This is Jed's dead baby. Follow my logic. Madrid are the European champions. Barcelona are 8 points ahead of the La Liga. We just beat Barca with the best team in Europe.
Oh.
I wouldn't. No, I'm not getting that far ahead. But I would say, do you know what? I think if United and Arsenal were in the Champions League, I think they'd be up there with some of the favourites in the minute. I think they're playing as good a football as City are.
Yeah.
They're playing as good a football, obviously, as Barca and Madrid are. I think they'd definitely be up there. I wouldn't say best team in Europe at the minute. We do need to move on to the next one. Let's have a look at a few more of your guys' comments. And whilst I'm doing that, there's 5,000 people watching. Get liking the video. Let's get to 1,000 likes in this video. Adam Booth, quadruple chasing. It's mad that we're still in 4 competitions considering what happened. What else have we got? Bruno, my captain. Ten Hag, my manager. A few people praising Bruno. I think, look, the energy from Bruno Fernandes today, I don't think it was his best performance, but we talked about him and Fred. Non-stop running. It's what you need in games like this.
Definitely. You do. Sometimes you need people to do the dirty work, even when you're playing Barcelona.
Yep.
And it wasn't his big sort of performance with a couple of assists or a goal like you normally get from him, but just putting a shift in. I always say this to anyone when I'm talking football. Sometimes just fucking running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone can. Any footballer out there can run.
Yeah.
Obviously, some players are better than others, but sometimes just fucking run. Yeah. Put a few challenges in, and at the end of it, it might actually change the fucking game. But yeah, fair play to him. He's fucked up early doors and he's tried to rectify it by putting a shift in.
He definitely has. Martin P said, Eric's the king of half-time team talks. Fred's a decent squad player and gives his all throughout. Who needs Champions League football? This is the Europa League. We've also had another comment. Surely we have to now sing Eric the King for Erik ten Hag. Reds, come on. He is the job Erik ten Hag has done to get us in this position, to be, like we've said there, we're still in 4 trophies.
Yeah.
Premier League's a long way away. 5 points behind is a lot, but we are in all 4 trophies that we could have won this season. He's done an unbelievable job.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous what he's done. But even at half time, he's changed it around, and then just straight away within the first few minutes, you could see that we were better and we were better set up. And some people might say, well, it was a mistake he made in the first half by picking the team, but it's not. He picked a team, and everyone was looking at the team thinking, yeah, it looks all right.
Yep.
But then obviously he's noticed in the first half we need a change, and he's made that change. And then, it's a sign of a good manager, isn't it? Seeing a game and thinking it's getting a bit beyond us and switching it up. But yeah, he must have given a fucking brilliant half-time team talk.
He has, and he's made changes to win the game. I think that's all we're asking for as well. On the watch on, and we've seen this in the past where he's made changes, maybe and gone a bit defensive. He didn't do that all game. He brought off Wan-Bissaka and put the low on, who I think stretched the game a bit more. brought on all these kind of players to go forward. He made the right decisions. I think that's it. The only probably other thing to touch on is Marcus Rashford. I'm hoping we get some quotes through to say that he's all right.
Yeah, fingers crossed. He didn't go down the tunnel, so that's one of the signs. Hopefully, normally when they go down the tunnel, it's a bad one. But it could have been just his legs had gone too much running. Let's bring him off. We've only got a few minutes left. Let's try and see it out, and let's not do any damage for the big game we've got on Sunday.
Absolutely. Got one more super chat here that I'm going to get to. T has said, don't fear going behind anymore. Ten Hag will make the right changes and will bounce back first or second half. Tactical genius. It is great to see. The spirit is definitely there, and it's spring on Wembley at the weekend, isn't it? That's the next
big
thing.
Game.
It's
Barcelona, then we're going up to Newcastle.
We are going up.
We're stepping it up a level.
That's it. Thank you very much, Jim, for joining us. Now, you've got big news coming out. It's midnight tonight, the album for Slow
Albums are midnight tonight. If you think it's shit, honestly, fair enough. But
give it a listen.
Do us a little favour and just go and check it out. And if you think it's crap, you think it's crap. If you like it, then go and have a listen to what we've done.
No, go and check that out. The link is in the description. Go and check that out. If you click on that, it'll let you know where you download it and all that kind of stuff. And also, if you want to go and see these guys live, that is the way to do it. Thank you very much for joining me, Jim.
No, cheers for having me. Thank you.
A quality performance, Man United. Bring on Wembley. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you in the next one. Laters.